Hey crafty friends, today I thought I'd bring you along as I created some tags for a challenge I'm entering. So I'm going to be entering Brooke's birthday challenge. She is B Northway Designs on Instagram. So I will have her Instagram and her YouTube channel linked down below for you. And I will have the information for her birthday challenge linked down below for you as well. You have until March 30th postmark to get her the package. And what you have to create for her challenge is 3 decorated tags, 1 dangle, 1 sequins mix, 1 knick-knack mix, which means like beads, charms, buttons, cabochons, pom-poms, just like a variety of things that she could use. 1 store-bought item. She gives her Amazon wish list and a list of things she likes, like jimmies and different things like that. And then 1 treat. She likes dark chocolate or sour candies. So that is what you need to put together, and it must be a tag flip. So she wants all of these items on her tag flip. And then if you send those to her, you have a chance of winning. I believe the prize is $25. So I thought I'd bring you along. I've already created 1 tag. These were like already cut out in my scrap. I have this little scrap bag of Maggie Holmes garden party papers and stickers that I pull from, and these shapes were already in there, and I thought they would make super cute tags, so I went ahead and just grabbed this little cluster here that has, see if I can pull this back so you can see. It is basically one of these. I've layered on some scrap paper and also did some layering with some of the garden party washi tape. So it was a little like cluster that I'd already had put together, and so I just kind of put that off to the side, and then I layered on this crepe paper rosette that was made for me, and this embellishment that I had created last year. And then I added a couple of extra gems on here, but super simple. And I can go back and add a sentiment on this if I wanted, or leave it as is. So that is tag 1. So I have another one of these shapes already cut out to make a tag. I've also got a couple tag shapes already punched out. So what I did is I just took a tag that I already had made up in my stash and kind of roughly made it that same size. And you can make them whatever size you want. You could use dies, you could use your cutting machine. This is a little over 2 3/4 by just over 5 1/4. And then this one here is 4 1/2 by 2. I believe that's 2 3/8. It's between the 1/4 and the 1/2. And then this guy is just under 3 by 5. So, you can make them whatever size, whatever shape that you want, but I went ahead and cut mine out in this 100-pound cardstock so I could layer and make it sturdy. Now this one here is just cut out of the designer paper. I could back it with this one to make it a little sturdier. Let's see if they would fit together. I could do that. It would make it a little sturdier, but this one I think is substantial enough that I don't need to back it up. Bit my little butterfly wing there. So what I need to do is I need to choose some papers to go along with this. So I've got my 110-pound cardstock tags here. I've got my glue gun on. I've got the garden party washi tapes, my adhesive, a hole punch. I've got my pokey tool and some foam tape. I've got a bunch of different embellishments, and I also have this Dollar Tree drawer with some jimmies, and I've been working on some fabric bows, so I have 2 here, and then the ephemera. And then I have my little sleeve with all of the scraps, and also 2 of the sticker books. And then beside me, I have, of course, the collection, the garden party collection with the cardstock stickers and all that. But I like to pull from my scraps first. So I'm thinking maybe doing this pink here. I think that would be fun for maybe one. And let's see. I also have the 6x8 cover, which would be fun to make a tag out of too. So I actually might do that. I think that would be fun. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to grab my tag, and I'm just going to, let's see, this is not very straight. Let me trim this a little bit to make that edge a little straighter. Just making sure that that's straight. Yes. All right, so I will use this, being mindful that the paper goes this way, and then I'm just going to trace my tag onto here. So I'm just going to make a little mark here, and making sure that that's straight. I moved it. All right, so let me remake my mark there, make my mark there. I didn't feel like turning on my Cricut to make these, so I just decided to do my own tags. So we have that, and then we need to trim it here. All right. So I'm going to add this down onto my tag, and you could use wet glue if you're worried about your placement, and if it, like, I can see that this piece is a little bit too short, so I'm just going to trim that up. So then I'm just going to trim the banner part, just following along with the cardstock tag. And then I'm going to trim here. Just trim that little bit of white cardstock there. And then we have our tag. So our tag is white on the back. So if you don't want the tag to be white on the back, you can, of course, add paper on the back. Let's do that. I'm going to grab this piece right here, and I want it on the back, so I'm going to flip this over. Just doing my best. Again, I can see like this is a little crooked here. Add my line there, and lightly trace this out. All right. This is a great way to use up your scraps. I like to reach for my scraps first before I start working on another project. So I'm going to actually glue this, go ahead and glue this on the back since this one side is a little crooked. Let's glue this here. And let's trim it. So I can see it's a tiny bit off on this side. So I'm just going to lightly go in with my scissors and just give it a tiny bit of a haircut down the side. And there we go. We have our tag that's decorated front and back. And let's go ahead and punch a hole in it. And I'm not going to measure. I'm just going to kind of guess the center. And we have our tag. Now let's see. I have this cluster put together already. And what I have some of the ephemera, the vellum pieces, and this little bow. And I've just used my tiny attacher and just attach these together. And I think it might be cute on this pink paper, kind of hanging off to the side. Yeah, I think that's cute. And so let's add some adhesive. I'm not going to worry about popping this up. So I'm going to move this kind of close to the top here so we can see that banner shape at the bottom. There we go. All right, so that's cute. That was super simple because I already had this little cluster made up for me. So let's add maybe a couple of these gems around. Do that first. Let's do the pinks. Over a little bit. Nope, don't really like that very much. Let's see. All right, so let's maybe add those there. Maybe we could do a little cluster of 3. Okay. All right, so we have our little cluster of 3. We have one there. I still feel like this might be missing something, but I'm going to set this one aside for now and call these 2 done here. So I like how we have like some of the same patterns in with each of the tags, kind of bringing those colors out. So let's set these aside. I think I want to decorate a smaller tag, and I already have this one that had been pre-stitched a while ago when I first got the collection. I've just added one of the vellum frames. I just used my tiny attacher again to attach that down. But then these 2 tags are kind of similar in size. This one would be a little bit bigger, but I think it would be nice to have one that's a little bit smaller too. So I think that this would be cute to maybe decorate. So I'm going to grab the cardstock stickers, and I think I have one set already open, and see what I have left on there that we could decorate this with. So I have the bird. We could use the bird in the middle. We have the butterfly. Or we have the swan. I feel like the swan might be a little bit big. Well, no, this one will fit. I think this would be cute to just do something very simple, or have the bee here too. Let's see what the swan looks like. I think the swan is pretty in the frame, and that's super simple, just having the swan there. And let's see, we could add one of these sentiments here. We could add one of these at the bottom. I think I'm going to like fussy cut this around the word to make it have softer edges. And we already have part of the bottom of the F missing. But yeah, that's cute. Now I'm going to grab some of my foam tape here. And I'm going to trim that down. I'm trying to use up this foam tape that I had from the Dollar Tree. I opened that package up before I had went and picked up my favorite foam squares, and but I want to use this up before I open a new package. But this is not my favorite foam tape. Let's put the beautiful like down here. And I popped it up just a little bit. And then let's do maybe one of these really pretty larger gems. Maybe do a pink up here. Can do that, and then we could always add in a smaller one next to it. Maybe just do a little cluster like that. We could also go in and add some eyelets to these, which I will probably do off camera, but I think these turn out super cute for these three. So, but thank you guys for stopping by and checking out this video. I think these tags turned out super cute, and it is really helpful to have some of these clusters already made up and these die cuts already done. That just makes the process so much quicker than if I didn't have those things already done for me. So thanks a lot guys for stopping by. Hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, I hope you will give it a thumbs up. And if you haven't subscribed, I hope you will think about subscribing to my channel for more craft with me and planner related videos. Alright guys, bye!